Rafael Nadal is ready to give it his all in Rome with the French Open looming. Rafael Nadal made a bold statement about pushing his body to the limit ahead of the French Open. The 14-time champion in Paris has yet to decide whether he will play the clay court Grand Slam. But Nadal knows that he must lose fear and risk something happening to his body if he wants to feel ready for what's coming. Nadal's comeback has been gaining momentum over the last couple of weeks. He reached the last 16 at the Madrid Open and has now followed it up with a gritty first-round win in Rome, where he came from a set down to defeat qualifier Zizou Bergs. There are positive signs for the 37-year-old who, just a few weeks ago, didn't know whether he'd be ready to return in Barcelona, his first tournament since he got injured at the Brisbane International in January. But he has remained skeptical about whether he will be ready to compete in the French Open, previously saying he would not play if he didn't feel he could trust his body to go all the way. While the former world number one is still uncertain, he has now boldly pledged to test his body to see whether he will be ready for Roland Garros, even if that means suffering another injury. It's tough because I did the things very step by step, trying to make small improvements day by day, Nadal said when asked how tough it was to manage his body in matches while making sure he didn't hurt himself. Nadal faced a setback when he returned from a year-long layoff in January, suffering a micro-muscle tear in Brisbane. And after months of being cautious, the 22-time major winner is ready to give it his all and see what he can do. He continued, "But now arrives the moment today that I need to try. I need to try to play at my 100%. It's not easy because I need to lose a little bit of fear that I have in some shots because, for example, in Brisbane I got a tear on the place that I had the surgery last year. Sometimes important surgery like I had to remove an important part of my PSO's tendon, put a lot of muscles around working more than before. It's about having the right time to adapt all these muscles to this new configuration of the hip. But I don't have that much time, no? That's the problem and that's the true." Nadal had originally hoped to be at 100% for the clay season but couldn't play the Monte Carlo Masters because of an abdominal issue. With the French Open now 2.5 weeks away, he knows it's now or never to put his physicality to the test.